So we're back with our game today, and I made a couple notes on where to start on what we're going to get done. So yesterday we were able to complete being able to spawn a character using Photon Fun, and we were able to move our character from one scene in Unity to another scene, trying to trick Photon into keeping us still connected in our game. So there was one thing that I wanted to alter in that scene when we made a change from one scene to the next scene. And for that, we will start on that today. We will then move on to actually creating the player and group name sign up. Later, I will link that to a database so that someone can save their progress and return to their progress and keep that group alive. And then one of the game dynamics that I have is that I want to be able to, in the normal world, when you're in a story mode and you're just wandering around, the players are going to be linked together when they're close enough to each other. And this is going to be for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is that when you are wandering around and you see a monster or something and you have to be dragged into a battle, then, excuse me, then as long as your players are linked, all players will be pulled into the battle at the same time. If someone's not linked to those players, they will not be pulled into the battle, but they can be pulled into the battle later with probably a penalty. Maybe they will get back attack on them, or maybe there's just a delay for when they can actually start. Also, one of the things that I really wanted to do is that it's multiplayer and I wanted voice chat as well. I have played around with Photon's voice chat system when I was doing a multiplayer time-based battle system, and it works good, but one of the limitations is that in a Photon room, that's where your players can hear each other. If you're not in the same room, you can't hear each other. I'm guessing, since that's a limitation that I can't find any way around, I'm going to have to put that into some sort of feature in the game. If you are not within that linking, so you're not close enough to each other, you won't be able to hear each other. So you have to get close to each other to hear each other. Or even if you're in the same room, I can do that. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that yet, whether it will be voice chat, or let's just put this as a title for communications. So there will be voice chat. And since it's limited for that, will it be that they are so will they be able to chat in the same room, or can they only chat when linked? If this is the case, when you are in different rooms, how do we go about being able to communicate? At that point, communication would be limited, so there would probably be some sort of I don't really want to go into text chats, but maybe sort of a button that is a request location, and so players who are not in the same room will see a pop-up. So location. There's some sort of button that you can click to respawn, and it'll send that location back to the other players. I'm just trying to find ways around the limitations of the voice chat system for Photon. But we're going to just do a rudimentary where the players are linked. What that actually does in linking the players, that can come later. I just want to be able to have them linked together. All right, so what are we going to do next? Let's move on to Unity now, because I want to fix that first part of the alter the scene changer. That would be in a room. And okay, so this is what I want to alter. So I have the door to street and door to nowhere. These are my scene changer items, and each one has one of these, which is where you spawn to. And really and truly, that extra stuff is not needed. I'm just going to create an empty game object and call it spawn. This is, where am I? I'm inside, so this is spawn from street. And I can keep something in here, create empty spawn points. And this spawn from street guy goes in here, and I'll just keep it nice and tidy with those. Give him an icon. It's purple. All right, so if that's there, I no longer am going to need these. I can delete that. So my room changer is just a normal thing with this script on it and a box glider. That's all I really need. The sprite render, that's just so I can see it for now. And this my arrive spot, which is now empty, I no longer need that in my scene. Okay, so that is the scene changer. This guy here. I don't need him anymore. Okay, my computer just had a hiccup once I loaded this. Hopefully everything's running smooth again. All right, still running smooth. All right. Okay, so where are we? We've got rid of that. I can save this, and that way when I come into a room, so I leave the room. In scene changer, I want the arrived location. Right, this guy here is now going to be the name of that spawn point that I created. So spawn from street, that is the name that it has to look for now. So copy and yes, I know I'm getting an error, but if that's, I want to go to the street, save, short house. Okay, so I still need to get rid of the error. All right, game manager, nope, scene changer, connections, connect to room. And then character spawner. There we go. And all I need is the arrive spot, which that should be just a string. Yep, arrive spot. And I do not need any of this. Dot transform. Save. Okay, so now all I'm doing is I'm storing that arrive spot. So it's scene changer. Arrive location goes to the GM, game manager, and game manager just grabs that. Okay. So I'm not going to the door to street, I'm going to the spawn from street. And I was thinking, okay, I just thought maybe I could just grab the name of where I'm coming from, the name of the scene, so it just says street. So when you arrive, it knows you're coming from the street. But then again, what if I come from the street from two different locations and I want to arrive at two different locations? I need this to be customized. So I'm going to keep this as it is. I'm also going to need to bring in, save that, grab this guy here, and let's go back to the street, paste, and this I'm going to call spawn from inside. Okay, nowhere, we've already tested that. I don't need that scene anymore. Spawn from inside on my connections, my game manager. Spawn from inside. inside, I'm going to remove that since I don't need that anymore. Okay, so this should all work the exact same as before. So let's do a test and connect. Connecting to server, connected, load, I'm in. And I spawned in the right spot. Oh. Oh, something. What was that? Door to street. Ah. I did not change that. So inside, this is the inside. For the outside, what did I call this? Spawn from inside. Inside. Door to the street. Spawn from inside. Connected. Good. So it works the exact same way. I just want to, this is just for my own peace of mind. Okay, so we were able to sorry about that. Okay. So that was very quick. I just want to get that out of the way. Alter the scene shape. Okay, player and group names setup. Sign up. This is just a lot of UI stuff. Sorry about the noisy chair. I'm also getting accustomed to using OBS. All right. I'm just going to grab 2 input fields for this one. And this one group name. Why is that always on? Group name. Their name. And then rather than putting labels on them, I'll just change that to placeholder. So this will be expanded on to include a database. But for now, that's all we're going to need. And so from our connections manager, let's make some links. Okay, on start, we're going to make sure we're connected. Let me also what should I put here? I'll call this a sign up box. Okay, everything is now linked. Unconnected to master. I'm going to move these things up here. And once you connect to the master is when I would say, well, I'm going to put in a whole bunch of checks to make sure the name's not empty, that the name is not already taken by someone else in your group. I'll allow people to use the same name if they're in different groups, but obviously you can't have them in the same group. Okay, so the next I want to do is see if I can remember how to do this. Photon network dot nickname. This is how it goes. It's equal to. Yep. So this will be player name. Nope. Player name dot text. Where was that? Right here. Okay, so that and gm there is a group add that's just going to add me. So that let's just comment this out for now, or just remove it for now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get all the players that are in the group. I think I'll just get that from a database, because the database will have the group and everyone in the group. Because once you're in a different room, it doesn't know it only knows who's in a room, not who's in a group. So the group information has to come from a database. All right, I'll worry about that later. Group name. Group name. What do I want to do with that? I want to do connect to room. And I'm just doing join room, and I'm just using the room name. But two different groups going to the same room. So the street room. Two different groups will go to the street, and they'll both be in the same room. They'll be able to see each other. I don't want that. So I will, on start, I'm going to create I could do this in start. So I'm just going to do a string. Room name. Took me a while to think if I wanted to go with that. Yes, it's the most descriptive one. So let's start. Room name is going to be equal to the group name plus the room name. So when we create a room, I'll be using the room name. If that fails and I just want to join a room, room name. Once I've joined a room, load level is going to be only this. Because that's the name of the room that we have to load to get into. See, everything should be functioning as normal. Nothing will look different. So I want to test this with a build. Oh, there's an error. Nowhere, Unity. Oh, okay, sorry. Delete it. Swear. Right. Remove it. Swear it was going to remove it from here, but I guess not. Build and run. Cancel that. Close that. Build and run. Where's, oh, there it is. Okay, so here's the build. You should have only connecting to server. Good. That should have changed. Get connected to the server. Oh, wait. Gotta build it again. Alright, this happens down here. My bad. Okay, that was the first build for the day, so hopefully the next build is just one small change. This next build should go faster, I hope. Wow. Build and run. Let's go. Here we go. Really and truly, I knew what the problem was. I should not have wasted time to do that. Okay, so group name is going to be Bob's Group. The name is Bob. He's going to join, loading, and here is Bob. Okay, over here, first let's test and see. Oh, it helps when I hit play. Connecting. Bob's Group. And this is Tim. Join. And there's Bob. Look in here, there's Tim. With Bob moving around, I can see Bob move around, good. Bob's gonna leave the room. Here's Bob in a new room. Tim's gonna join him in that room. Okay. Now Bob's gonna go back to the first room. So I have Bob in Bob's room. Let me stop and replay this. This time I'm going to try and log in on a different group, and I should not see Bob's group. So Frank. This is still Tim. So here I am in my own little room. He doesn't see me, I don't see him. That way I can create a room that the room is called by the group name plus whatever scene I'm in. And it helps me separate groups, even though they're in the same scenes. That's how I create my rooms for this. Okay, that works. I have the connection system set up. So what's next? This finished for today. Overall player linking. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit trickier. For this, our player is going to need add component with the circle collider. Once players are inside of there, they're going to link to each other. Make sure we have a player tag. It's going to be important. This is the trigger. Again, let's do a build. Okay, something fishy there. What went wrong? See if I can get an error here. Oh, The player, where is it? Where is it? Resources, the player. That circle collider is hitting, but it's set as trigger. not layers, tags. Layer link. Okay, and get rid of that. Okay, so I need to make sure that it's the player, but also make sure that it is not the parent of me. So I'm comparing to make sure that whatever collided with me is, no. Okay, easy way to fix it. Let's go edit. This will be project settings, physics 2D, and just make sure that, I have to do this as this, so you can their link. And now no. No, I can't do that. Try to tag this player. I think that should do it. Oh, wrong place. There. Okay, so on that scene changer, I never do a check here. What happened? Scene changer. And trigger enter. So I should do if collision dot compare tag is player And I no longer need this since that I've separated that spawn point out. So I can get rid of that, get rid of that. Save. Alright. Well, I could tidy this up a little bit. Return. Let's see what this does now. Okay, so this link glider should not affect the changing of the room. Make sure it works here before I do a build. Okay, good. Let's do a build. Build and run. So once I get into range, both of them I should see two messages in the console. Because if I'm in range of him, he's in range of me. I'm going to use Photon to filter that out because I can do is mine, and is mine would say that only the player that is my player is actually going to be checking to see what happens. Then I'll need to send some sort of RPC. I'll figure this out. Okay, so that's that. On you. Room is A, the player is A, join. And I'm a very light blue. I hate when it, you need to take that random color off, but light blue. Actually, I can go over here, come back, and hopefully it gives me a different color. Nope. And it gave me an ugly color. There, that's more visible. And room A, player B, join. Okay, so they automatically linked. If I get out of the range, see double links and double unlinked. Link, unlink. I do that in here. Bring some of this down another line. Okay, that should only give me one. Yeah, I don't need to do a build yet. There was something else I wanted to do. Oh, let's just make it visible rather than UI canvas. I've already downloaded this. All right. So I can turn this on and off when linked. Perfect. I need to set up game object, link icon, save. All right. Now I'm going to have to use an RPC in here somewhere because it'll show up in one, but it won't show up in the other person's. So I want to, rather than save this, I'm going to say link icon set active. I don't want it false, I want it true, but just let me paste that here and true. Save. That's going to be done differently. I just want to test it first. In fact, I know what I need to do, so I should just do it. Public void RPC icon. What did I call it? I called it that. And I need to say the target. Let me just look this up. I've got the right syntax. It'll change music. I can't hear it, unfortunately, but all right. Find a place where I send an RPC. Target. RPC target. Dot. I want to send it to to everyone else. Send by a server. All buffered by a server. This one. And I'm going to send through true. So this is how PhotonPun will say that my character, who's on somebody else's server, is going to receive this message. I'm also going to receive this message. And the message is to run this, passing through our faults into it to turn on or off my icon. That should work fine. I need to turn this off initially. Turn it off in here. Put the link on icon and put the Photon view. Not sure how that's going to work because the script is on this and the Photon view is on that. We'll test it and see. The file doesn't run. Okay, so A and A, join over here. Let's move this out of the way. So this is going to be group A, character B, join. And we have an error. I figured so. It had something to do with the photon view being on one player. There's a whole bunch of code. Alright, it had... Where's my player? Okay. So I'm going to have to put this onto the player. I could give this its own RPC. That'd be the easiest thing to do, but sorry, photon view. All right. I would like to limit the amount of photon views I have. So one of the ways I could do it is I could use the photon view in the player, put that RPC on the player, put a method which is going to run that RPC, and from the player link, I could link up to my parent and run that method. I could do that. But then the player is going to need the link icon. I think we can keep it down. Inside of a room, there's only going to be so many photon views because you're limited on how many players can be in a group. A, join, move them all the way across. A, B, join. Okay, so on the street, here's my player. Okay. Alright. This one is me. And if I get close... Okay. So our link bubbles are interacting, but it's not the link bubble, it's the player that needs to do that. And we both got... There is a delay on that. That is acceptable though, right now, for me. All right. Now that's just a visual linking. It's not quite anything that I can use properly in code. So I have this. Somehow that has to send a message to the game manager. So visual is good. And the game manager needs to keep a list of all the linked people so that if one person gets into a fight, then the whole party gets dragged into the fight. Could I leave that on the player? A list of who he's linked to so that when he gets into the fight, I send a message to everyone. Okay. I don't really need that on the game manager. So the player has to have a list. Although, okay, this list is going to have to be a little bit more thought out because if I have a player here and a player here and a player here, these two are linked together. These two might be linked together, but these two are not linked together. If he gets in a fight with some monster, then everyone has to get pulled into the fight. Do I daisy chain it, the message, or how do I do that? Link, link. Not linked. Do I just drag the person who I'm linked to, or do I drag? And therefore, if I'm only dragging the person that I'm linked to, then the last person does not come into the fight. But I'm just using a simple link icon. I could probably, just like how I have it drawn here. So, for instance, I've got my character and another character and another character, and I could have these lines like that. So it's a visual connection by lines, and when they move apart, the line snaps. So if I move too far away, we've got this guy here, he's still here, and then this guy, let's say he walks up here. I have him like that, and have him like that. But that extra line that joined 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the line that joins 2 and 3 has snapped. But I'm wondering if that visual is going to be annoying. Having the link icon is simple. And that's That's if I do the daisy chain thing, that in a fight everybody once, one, two, three. Once one and two are linked and two and three are linked. If one gets in a fight, everyone down to three gets into the fight. So do I write everyone through the link chain or only direct link to one? And for this, how to represent links visually. Okay, so I do have some sort of link working. I will leave these two questions up. Maybe in the comment section, you guys can let me know which route I should go. Okay, I've been going for over an hour now, so I'm going to cut this off right now. And that will be it for today. And I will see you the next time.